Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a fall look. Since fall is right around the corner, it's practically already here, but I thought that a fall look would be appropriate for today. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is prime my eyelids, and I'm using the NYX Eyeshadow Base. For my transition color, I'm going to be going in with this brown right here, and this is from the Morphe 35O palette. I'm only going to show you the front because the inside is not presentable enough for anyone to see. So yeah, I'm going to take this Sedona Lace 863 fluffy eyeshadow brush. From that same palette, I'm going to go in with this warm brown. And to apply that, I'm using a Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. And I'm going to apply that just a little bit lower than where we put down that first color. If you don't have a Morphe 35O, I'm telling you, you better get you one. I love the palette so much because it's so versatile. It's like a warm shadow lover's dream. I love it so much. So still using that E35 by Sigma, I'm gonna go in with this cooler brown. I'm applying this like sweeping back and forth, kind of like creating like a halo effect. You wanna leave this center or middle lid space open. For the lid color, I'm gonna use MAYBELLINE rice paper. It's a throwback. It looks like this. And just with a small shader brush, I'm gonna put that right in the center. For my brow highlight, I'm going to go back into that Morphe 35O palette and take this. It's like a vanilla. Just to add a little bit more shimmer to my eye, I'm going to go into this CATRICE Cosmetics Glam Fusion Powder to Gel Eyeshadow. And it's in the color To Be Continued. And to apply that, I'm just going to run my finger on a makeup wipe just to get it a little damp. Tap it over top of where I applied that rice paper. So now we're going to add a wing to this look because I can't live without one. For my wing, I'm going to be using the NYX liquid liner in black. This is my ride or die. I love this eyeliner because it gets so black. It's the blackest liquid liner that I've ever tried. It's the blackest eyeliner I've ever tried, period. Out of gels and liquids, pencils, I like for my wing to be on, snatched, and as black as my heart. And I'm just going to do that off camera and apply falsies, and I'll be right back. So for face primer today, I'm going to use the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm Insensitive. And the trick with this when you apply it is you want to rub it in until it gets like sticky. And if anybody's wondering, I have like dry skin. It's like normal to dry. I think that this though is good for all skin types. For foundation, I'm using the MILANI Conceal+Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. One thing that I can say about this foundation is that it plays no games. So if you like something that's a little bit more on the natural side, I wouldn't recommend it. But me, I'm all about the cake face, so bring it on. And to apply my foundation today, I'm going to use good old-fashioned triangle sponge. I feel like they work just as good as a beauty blender or a Real Technique sponge. My problem with them is unless it's like fresh out the pack, I don't want to use them. I may use it like once or twice when it's brand new, but other than that, I feel like it's a harbor of all kinds of gunk and germs and bugs and who knows what else is crawling around in that thing. Like, I'm not so much of a germaphobe, but those things creep me out. It doesn't matter how many times you wash it, I'm just not convinced that you can get those clean. These, they're disposable, so that's what I'm going to use today. Concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline FITme concealer, and I'm in the number 20. And I usually don't apply a concealer and a highlighter. I usually buy my concealer light enough so that I can highlight with that. So I'm going to apply it to all the areas I want to highlight. Under the eye, down the nose, the forehead, and sometimes I get redness underneath my nose, so I'll put a little bit under here. With that same sponge that I used to apply my foundation, I'm going to blend this out. Now to blend out my under eye highlight or concealer, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to take a clean sponge and I'm going to wet that like I did the first one and use a clean one to blend it out. I have a lot of fine lines underneath my eyes, so to prevent the concealer from creasing as much as possible, I blend out one eye at a time and then I set that eye with powder. Okay, so now I have this one eye blended out and I'm going to go ahead and set this eye with powder. And the powder that I'm going to use to set it is the Ben Nye Banana Powder. I'm going to set my chin, down my nose, and my forehead. Moving on to contour. I'm going in with my MAC 169 and going back into that Morphe 35O palette. I'm going to use these two browns and mix them together. Sculpted. Why am I drawing like this? And then I'm going to go around my forehead. And I contour on the sides of my chin just because my chin isn't that pronounced, because it's highlighted. Adding the shadow on the sides makes it pop a little more. To contour my nose, I use a smaller brush and a lighter color. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter of the two shades. The lighter of the two shades that I just used. And then run that down the sides and then feather it out. And then you just want to take any fluffy eyeshadow brush and blend that out. So to clean up my cheek contour, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that banana powder. And I'm just going to run it right underneath. So now while that's setting, I'm just going to go ahead and finish off my eyes. I'm going to take this pencil brush and I'm going to go back into that dark brown that we used in the crease. And I'm only going about 2/3 of the way in. For my waterline, I'm going to use NYX Wonder Pencil, and this is in the shade Medium. This is the worst part. Like, I hate this part. Now I'm just going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes, if I can find it. If you could see the mountain of mess that I have underneath this camera, like, it's crazy. For my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go back into the CATRICE Cosmetics Glam Fusion eyeshadow and pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that right in the inner corner. I used to never do an inner corner highlight because I have like these little folds. I like how my skin folds over. And I used to always say, where am I supposed to put my inner corner highlight when I don't really have an inner corner? But hey, now I just put the highlight right on the folds, right on the little flaps. You just gotta work with what you got. For blush, I'm gonna use the NYX blush, and this is in Nutmeg. And to apply that, I'm going to use the Real Techniques blush brush. For my highlighter, I'm going to use again that CATRICE Cosmetics eyeshadow in To Be Continued. And so for that, I'm just going to wet the product a little bit once I have it on the brush. What's a fall look without a dark, vampy fall lip? And today's lip is brought to you by SHADY Teas. It's a local cosmetics company here in Baltimore. Shout out to my girl Trinea, and it's this chocolate brown. The color is, I don't know because it's gone, but this is the final look, beauties. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ4Beauty. That's the letter T, the letter J, the word for, F-O-R, beauty. Until next time, bye guys.